What's up, sisters and brothers? Happy Friday. Hope you had a great week and ready for the holidays. I definitely suffer from recency bias. Probably all the biases, but definitely recency bias. The stock market having a terrible week makes me think that the market is way more volatile than it ever has been. But the reality is that that's not the case. In fact, over the past 10 years, it's been less volatile than it has been historically. So recency bias just tells us that what's happening to us right now feels way more impactful than what happened to us in the past. But again, the reality is that over the past 10 years, the market's been less volatile than it has historically. I'm going to put a Kiplinger's article that breaks down all the numbers on that into the Money Alignment Academy Facebook page and group today. So if you're curious about that, go check it out. But the reality is, again, that when you do turn on the TV, if you're watching financial media, there's a lot of red and flashing lights and very off-putting and disturbing and concerning stuff going on that makes you feel like the world is coming to an end. And it's possible the world may be coming to an end, but again, the volatility is not as great as it has been in the past. Yes, there are larger daily point losses, but that does not mean that percentage-wise the market is losing way more than it ever has been. Today the market's just way bigger than it ever has been. So when it drops 500 points, if it had dropped 500 points in 1960, that would have been an enormous percentage drop. But today that's not that much of a percentage drop. So important to keep everything in perspective. But definitely, I think it's also an opportunity to be revisiting your risk tolerance. Because if these swings and these drops are extremely uncomfortable for you, then you may not be invested correctly. Also, something to keep in mind is that if we're able to look at it objectively, when the market does drop 1%, 2%, even more, it's a buying opportunity. So being able to recognize those opportunities and having cash in 2019 to take advantage of it would definitely be a good thing. It was a great week of the Money Savage podcast. We had on Priya Milani on Monday. We had on Kevin Kelly on Tuesday talking about cryptocurrency. We had on Pamela Kapala talking about financial literacy. We had on Andy Nunemaker on talking about starting and selling businesses. And today we have on Mr. Jack Bosch talking about investing in land and how you do that. So awesome information, very cool people. Really appreciate their time. Appreciate you checking out today's video. Appreciate you listening to the show. And we'll talk soon.